So kaya wanyan mama Yorke's woollich belap. Yanni jerpin yini yakin nija. Nonik nalang wankini. Nalang mort buja. Nalang bilu buja. Nonik jinning na nija buja. Yang mort buja. We're nalang kora mort. Nija wajak buja. So basically what I said is to hello and welcome to you all. This is Wajak country. So this is one of the 14 countries that make up the Noongar Nations in the southwest of Western Australia. And we are one of some 375 different Aboriginal countries in Australia. And the Wajak region is split into 6 regions, or the Wajak country I should say, is split into 6 regions, and we are in the region of Beeloo. So really significant, and I won't go any further about that little bit because otherwise I'll take you through a whole cultural awareness process, which I don't think we have the time for this morning. But I guess when we do a welcome to country, it's really significant as a representative of my people, the Wajak people, and we are the first peoples of this country. And you'll find that if I was to go into your countries, the first thing I would do is probably ask some questions and find out where your local organisations are, who your older people are, and go, and especially if I'm going to move to that country, and to seek to be formally welcomed. It is the same protocol here. It is really important that we as the First Nations people formally welcome you to Wajak country, to Western Australia. We don't actually recognise any state boundaries as Aboriginal people because we have our own Aboriginal country boundaries that overlay any European mapping process. But it is important that we formally invite you to be here, recognise that you're on our country, and also offer you protection in a spiritual perspective, because we are a spiritual people, while you are on our country. So whether you are going to be here for a short time or a long time, we are still here as the First Peoples. And in doing a welcome to country and inviting us to do that is a recognition that you understand that we are the First Peoples and that we have ongoing rights, roles and responsibilities, and part of that, a very small part of that, is to formally welcome you and invite you to be on our country. This year for Aboriginal people was a really significant year. We had a couple of very strong events here in Western Australia. The first one was Reconciliation Week, which had the theme Be Brave, Make Change. And then we had NAIDOC Week, which the theme for NAIDOC Week, sorry, I'll just go to my notes, Get Up, Stand Up, Show Up. So as university students, I think you're pretty much doing that, aren't you? You've certainly got up, you've signed up, you're showing up now. And next thing when you finish is that you need to stand up. And part of that, and I kind of love these themes for these 2 events this year because they're really demanding of us to stand up, be brave, speak up, act on behalf of your people, and don't sit down. Not literally, but don't sit down, be active. And I think that's why you go and challenge yourself to enrol in university, to take up the careers and the knowledge and the skills that you're about to do so that you can actually take your place and make a difference within either your community or your industry that you're going to choose to work in. For us as Aboriginal people, often in the past it's meant that other people have acted on our behalf, have shown up on our behalf and spoken up on our behalf, but this year is a real challenge to my people to stand up, be brave and make that change. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that and something to think about. So if that's a little, kind of a couple of wise words to really challenge you on for this semester, to do the best that you can do and to be better than you were before. All right, so stand up, show up, get up, be brave, make that change. Border one, and thank you.
Thank you, Karen. We're very lucky to have you with us here today. Hello, good morning everyone. My name's John Yorke. I'm the Academic Registrar at Curtin and I'll be the host for this official welcome. And I too acknowledge that the past and the present traditional custodians of this land on which we're meeting is the Wajak people of the Noongar Nation. and it's a privilege to be standing here with you today on what's called Noongar Budja, or Noongar Country, and we sincerely thank you, Karen, for your warm and generous acknowledgement and welcome to country. Please join me in saying thank you to Karen again. Now, as Karen suggested, having a welcome to country or an acknowledgement of country is a standard practice for gatherings at Curtin University. It's part of the way we recognise First Nations peoples as the first custodians of the land, and it's part of Curtin's commitment to reconciliation. To that end, we all have a shared responsibility to reflect on our past and our present as we walk hand in hand towards a more unified future, a future where the aspirations of all members of the community are valued and supported and people achieve their very best. So Curtin University is absolutely delighted to welcome you all today, and I trust this is just the beginning of what will be a wonderful journey, something that you'll look back on and reflect with warm memories of your time spent with us. And I know that some of you are joining us online, and I say hello to you too, and thank you for being here, and thank you for being at Curtin, wherever you're joining us from and from wherever you've come from. Now, unfortunately, our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Harleen Hayne, is unavailable to be with us this morning. She's actually overseas at the moment, and she would want to send her very best wishes to you all too. And it's my pleasure to introduce in her stead Professor Paul Brunton, who's our Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, to give the welcome address. Please welcome Paul.
Kaya. Thank you. Welcome to Curtin. My name is Paul Brunton, Professor Paul Brunton, and I am the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic here at Curtin University. I too acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which the Perth campus is located, the Whadjuk people, and our Kalgoorlie campus, the Wongatha people. I too would like to pass on the apologies of our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Harleen Hayne, who is, as you know now, is unable to join us this morning, as she's currently travelling in the United States. It's my great pleasure, however, to welcome you to Curtin University, a leading global university transforming lives and communities through education and research. Today you're joining a community that includes students in Western Australia, in our campuses in Perth and Kalgoorlie, and overseas in our campuses in Singapore, Malaysia, Mauritius and Dubai. We are connected both physically and digitally too to our students who are online all over the world and part of our wider Curtin community. Today marks the beginning of your journey here at Curtin, a journey I guarantee will change your life forever. When you talk to older people like me, they will invariably tell you that the best days of their lives were at university and their university time. It's an opportunity to focus on the area of study that genuinely interests you. It's also a time to broaden your worldviews and perspectives, to reflect on the big questions, to debate how society should respond, and to think about how you and your generation of graduates can help work to make the future better for all of us. I encourage you to immerse yourself in all that Curtin has to offer. Make sure you get the best from your course and your lecturers, and that you become involved in other opportunities like our student leadership program, our volunteer and sporting programs, or the clubs and societies available to students on all our campuses. These activities will help you to meet new people, learn about yourself, have fun, and contribute to the community and life that is very distinctively Curtin. We want you to study hard, but we also want you to extend yourself in other ways. Continue with a sport you love or pick up a new one. Join a club or volunteer your time in the wider community. Meet as many people as you can, including both academic and professional staff. Everyone at Curtin is here to help you where you want to be. But right now, I imagine you are feeling a little daunted by so many unfamiliar places and faces. But the best and fastest way to feel comfortable is just to jump in. Soak up the atmosphere at O Week, attend the sessions, take the tours, ask questions, seek advice, meet as many people as you can, and especially connect with your student mentor. Not so long ago, they were the new kids on the block, so they can give you great advice and suggestions. If you do experience challenges, that's okay, and we are here to help. If you have any concerns, whatever they may be, please talk to our staff so that you can be connected to the right support. We really want you to succeed, and there are a range of services available to help you, both academically and personally. We also know that some of you may find that your course of study is not quite right for you, although you're not sure that you're going to meet your career ambitions. If this is the case, make sure you seek advice early. You will also hear us talking often at Curtin about working with our students as partners. This way of working brings staff and students together to learn, to consult with one another, to collaborate and to drive change together for the betterment of the university. I encourage you to explore your role as a student partner during your time at Curtin and to seek out opportunities to grow as a student leader, volunteer or representative. Curtin is a vibrant institution with an exciting future, and I look forward to working together with you to make tomorrow better. A few years ago, at one of our graduation ceremonies, we had Nick Maisie, a Curtin Young Alumnus of the Year, as the guest speaker. In his speech, he captured how much pressure we all put on ourselves at different points in our lives, when we leave school, start university, leave university, find a job. I quote him, "We spend a lot of our times worrying about making the wrong choice. What I've come to believe is that the most helpful way to move forward is by going with what feels like the right choice for right now. Trust your gut and be kind to yourself. You're not determining the fate of the rest of your life, you're just deciding the next few steps." I think that's excellent advice for all of us as you take your first step into university studies. We look forward to travelling with you on this exciting journey. Thank you for attending today, and again, welcome to Curtin. I wish you every success with your studies, and I look forward to following your achievements with great interest. Many thanks indeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul, and for passing on those wise words of advice as well. It's good words, those were. I'd now like to invite our Associate Deputy Vice-Chancellor International, Professor Xiaotian Zhang, to welcome all of our international students to Curtin. Please join me in welcoming Xiaotian to the stage.
Thank you, John. Kaya, our dear international students. Welcome to Curtin and welcome to our beautiful campus. I take this opportunity to pay our respects to Whadjuk Noongar people and their elders, who are owners and traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today. I also want to acknowledge the traditional owners and elders of the lands of all global campuses. At Curtin, we appreciate the permission and opportunities that are given to us on their lands for us to learn, reflect, and engage as a community. Curtin is a global university, and we are a global community. It is a great privilege to be a part of a global community, as each of you is about to start a journey of knowledge co-creation with people from over 100 different countries and regions. It is also a great responsibility to be a part of global community, as you're about to learn, develop, and collaborate with each other to understand global challenges and participate in solving some of them. The pandemic has once again taught us that the global problems and issues can be solved only through international collaboration. Lastly, it is great fun to be a part of a global community. As here at Curtin, we enjoy and celebrate cultural diversity. We appreciate pearls of wisdoms from different backgrounds. Curtin has a unique presence worldwide, with campuses not only here in Western Australia, but also in Singapore, Malaysia, Mauritius, and Dubai. So let us welcome you by challenging you to take a global journey during your time with us here at Curtin. The journey includes learning another language, getting to know other cultures, visiting places, and even getting engaged with local communities abroad and co-create value with them. Believe me, it is absolutely amazing and rewarding. One great example is a recent event I attended, that is Curtin Student Leadership Summit. Just about a month ago, our student leaders and representatives from all global campuses met face-to-face for the first time at our Dubai campus. And they worked together intensively on developing a strategy on how to enhance our student experience. This is a great example entirely led by our students for our students. I also want to welcome you by challenging you to be more entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurship is not only about creating startups and business, but rather about being innovative, creative, and take actions to solve problems and add value to our society. So, dear international students, actually to be more accurate, our dear global students, thank you for joining us, and let's enjoy our time at Curtin and work together, make our community a better place. I also want to welcome our students who are online now and who haven't arrived at our campuses yet. I hope you're safe and well, and we are looking forward to seeing you soon at our campuses. Together, we can make tomorrow better. Thank you.
Thank you, Xiaotian. And as you heard from Paul before, at Curtin we're committed to partnering with our students, and this is part of a formal agreement which we know as students as partners. And so it gives me very great pleasure to now introduce to you the Vice President of the Curtin Student Guild, February Metcalf, to welcome you on behalf of the Student Guild. Please join me in welcoming February to the podium.
Okay. I too would like to acknowledge that today we meet on stolen land that was never ceded. I acknowledge the traditional owners of this land, the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, and pay respect to their elders past, present and emerging. My name is February and I'm here on behalf of the Guild President Dylan Boddicker. I know he is devastated he can't be here himself to talk to you today, but unfortunately, as is the fashion these days, he's been forced to isolate at the last minute. I know that you all might be a bit anxious with what you've gotten yourself into. Some of you have moved from your home country or the regions to Perth and might feel a bit isolated and alone. Some of you might be a parent who is going to have to juggle work and your children while studying. Some of you are pretty fresh out of high school. You are not the first person to feel these things or have these concerns. There are so many support services available for you, whether you feel unsafe, stressed or unsure. I want you to know that your guild and this university are there to help you. Now, while there may seem to be a great focus on your education this week and at this place, university is about more than just getting a degree. University is about finding yourself. It's about new experiences and so much more than just a classroom. The best thing outside of the classroom is the Curtin Student Guild. You're probably wondering what a guild is. Unfortunately, we're not some medieval organisation. Rather, we're the heart of student life on campus, proudly run by students for students. We host the biggest events on campus with Guild O Day, the Psalm Alarm and the Toga Party being the centre of so many student memories on campus. We've close to 100 clubs and societies registered with the Guild, varying from the International Relations Society to Electronic Music Appreciation Society, from the Illustration Club to Curtin Film Society. There's sure to be a club that suits you. We run a free, professional, confidential and independent service called Student Assist, which is here to help you with any difficulties that you have, not just limited to your education. We also run a lot of the campus facilities where you receive a discount just for being a Curtin student, like many of the cafes or GMAT just here. And of course, as your student union, the Guild represents you and fights for you against those who would seek to worsen our experience as students. Sometimes it's the Federal Education Minister who decides that students should pay more for their education, but sometimes it's the people sitting on this stage with me who have some interesting ideas that we don't quite agree with. Remember, in all the information you'll have blasted into your brain this week, that you should have a life outside of study and the classroom. Be involved in something more. If that's volunteering, nominating to be Guild representative, or joining a club or society. Make sure that you make the most of your university experience, do something different, and make these the best years of your life. I hope to see you all next Wednesday at Guild O Day, where all our clubs and societies will be out on the promenade, just over here. We also have the very fun Toga Party next Friday, this year with free entry, so find a white sheet and get excited. Enjoy your orientation week, keep an eye on your emails for the wonderful Dylan Boddicker, and welcome to Curtin.
Thank you, February, and thank you all for joining us here today. Now this week we've got a wonderful range of sessions, tours, social events and activities, some of which you've heard around already, both here at the Perth campus and also online. And I'd acknowledge it's been quite a challenging time for everyone around the world during these last 2 years. And one of the biggest strengths that our Curtin community has is that a commitment to each other and that ability to look out for each other. And so navigating these challenges together becomes all that much easier. We want to be able to make the most of the opportunities we have, whether that's expanding our ways of thinking or meeting new friends or pursuing goals. So make the most of O Week and the opportunity to connect with new people, whether that's virtually, in person or however. Curtin staff, your new to Curtin mentors, your Curtin buddies and your lecturers and your tutors are with you every step of the way. Make sure you look out for yourself and for each other and your well-being while stepping into this exciting next chapter of your life. Now, if you have any questions at all about life on campus, the O Week programme, look out for the mentors in the green shirts. Have we got any that can give us a wave? Go on then, give us a wave at the back. These are the people you need to find, and they'll help you work your way around this place. So settle in, find your way around, and make sure you find the time while you're here to enjoy the O Week Welcome Lodge, where you can find all sorts of activities, entertainment, free food and drinks between 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock each day. So thank you very much for joining us at this official welcome, and we hope this is a brilliant initial start to a fantastic time at Curtin University. Now, just before I close, we started with a welcome to country, and my last word is going to be a Noongar word, and it's a word that means later or farewell. And I shall leave you with that word, Bordawan. And that's your cue to enjoy.